We're live. 1:02 Eastern. Tip off between LBA and CTA. Got a few fans in the stands, Elias.
Packed crowd at Notre Dame High School, home of Canada TopFlight Academy. LBA is hopefully going to show us something different than they did yesterday. Came out very flat, played selfish for the most part. Hoping to see a different brand of basketball from them today. And CTA is playing like they haven't missed a step, although many seniors from last year have now moved on to the next level.
This is CTA's first game of their NPA season. They've played a number of times in the United States and other exhibition games throughout Canada. But it's their first NPA competition. A lot of new faces out here for this squad. Dragon Stach into the corner. 3-ball is Cash Money, Ankit Chowdhury.
And Ankit can really make you pay, man. He shoots a high percentage from 3. You got to watch what defense has always got to be on his side.
Cummins with the rock. Denzel had an off night last night. Michael Mattis, no good. LBA has only played one game in their NPA season thus far, but they've played a couple of other games, including the Humber Classic, where Denzel Cummins just went off on multiple occasions playing without his running mate Okai Jamgoose, who is back for this session, but coming off some nagging injuries that have hampered his season thus far. There's Isaac Kruger, the blocks leader in the NPA, checking in from range.
And from what I understand, LBA is waiting on one more player from the 2020 class, 6'10", Atiki Ali Atiki, who's coming in from Tanzania. He's going to make a big difference for them, allow Mike Mattis to play a little bit as a 4. Add a whole bunch of size to that front court.
Teslock Luke, first man off the bench for the defending champs. Enoch Colombe goes to the bench. CTA graduated not only 4 starters from last year's team, but just such important parts. I mean, Javon Westgarth, who was huge at NPA Nationals. Obviously, their point guard cashes the free throw. You know, you're losing your starting point guard, your starting big man, your wing. Denzel Cummins to the rim, no good. Ooh, that's a travel. It went uncalled.
Got away with it.
But the point guard that CTA is going to be missing this year, Aiden Warnholtz, the NPA Academic Athlete of the Year last year, now at Carleton, just down the road here. And then, of course, J.D. Muya, who's moved on to Indian Hills, the JUCO realm.
And many of those guys are going to be moving on to play at the Division I level when it's all said and done.
Okai Jamgoose to Cummins. Off the Mattis screen. Kick out. 3-ball, no good. Kruger, all kinds of contact, no call. Refs have been letting them play here in Ottawa. Sorry about that, folks. A little technical difficulties there. Get you up to date. Stajic hit from downtown, as did Moon Reith for CTA, who are currently up by 9, 16-7 for the home squad in front of a capacity crowd here. No good from range. Kruger pulls it down. Cummins all on his own right now. Everyone catching up. Asking for the Mattis screen, goes the other way. Kick out Kruger. Ooh, that looks good from range. (16-10) for CTA. Just under 4 minutes left here in the opening quarter. Kruger, another block. Call for the travel, going back the other way. Cummins just battles through. Kruger got hit on the way in. He'll go to the line to shoot two. Four-point lead now for CTA after coming out red hot. They've been brought back down to earth a little bit here. LBA, who got spanked by Rosse Netherwood School yesterday, definitely had their ears open as head coach Angelo Provenzano was talking to them after that loss, I'm sure. Responding right now, and knocking off the defending champs would be a nice way for them to respond to their head coach's words. Deep three, no good. Kruger pulls it down. Jamgus bringing it up himself. Hand off to Cummins. Pull up. That is deep, no good. Nice ball movement. CTA always playing that team game. Can't pull down the offensive rebound, but they get it back anyways. Nice steal right there. Isaiah Lee. Cummins setting things up. Down 4. CTA jumping out defensively. Mattis shuffled his feet, got away with it. Pushing back the other way.
It's been another sloppy start here for LBA. Start this fourth quarter.
I jokingly said to head coach Angelo Provenzano that, isn't that the LBA way though?
I don't know, man. They always start the season kind of just picking up chemistry, trying to figure it out.
That's one thing about LBA. You know they're going to D up despite being at a size disadvantage much of the time. That's why I was so surprised to see yesterday the final score in that one. Cummins pump faking, finally gets a whistle. Denzel Cummins at the line, as mentioned at the Humber Classic. Put up some ghastly offensive numbers. I mean that in a positive way. 45-point game, I believe. Unfortunately for LBA, that doesn't always result in wins. Caught. No good.
Both Coach Tony House as well as Marcus Eaton have put in disciplinary action for guys who, you know, aren't meeting the standard academically, and Luau Lacotte had to sit out his first one as a result of that. He's back in the game here.
.126 to go here in the first quarter.
This has been a tough way to start the day. Both teams just really rushing their possessions, trying to sneak in passes in tight areas.
Still early in the season for both of these squads. Working out some kinks. We've seen it time and time again. I mean, LBA comes to mind, GTA Prep comes to mind, teams that really take the entire season to get it together. Little shoulder cannon 3 from Subaru Moose. Ooh, big collision. Cummins pushes right through it. Jamgoose, no good. Aiden Jackson, big offensive rebound. Forced to pass, turnover. Nice ball movement, leaning on that 3, no good. CTA just coming out shooting. Getting it to go is Ali White.
And another poor start for LBA here in this first quarter, down 22-12. Oh, Kyle tried again.
Maybe a jump ball.
And today, if he's not making those threes, he's going to have a tough time scoring because the interior defense and the collapse for CTA on the defensive end, very tough to match up with.
Two seconds to go. That is deep. And it wasn't even close. 22-12 CTA after 10. Stay with us. Second quarter from the nation's capital in front of a packed house at Notre Dame High School. There's one thing I've seen from Kellen Tynes. That guy is not afraid. Very calm under pressure. It's so good in traffic.
Coast to coast on that one.
Kellen Tynes, basket plus the foul.
Kellen Tynes again on the blow-by.
Oh, ooh, tough take. You know what? I'm done calling them tough takes. I think for Kellen Tynes, it's easy. He is making this a regular occurrence.
Pick in the pocket, Tynes.
Kellen Tynes picking pockets and finishing.
Tynes from deep. Tynes, triple. He's on the left side, finishes with his right hand, able to just get enough on it.
Man, Kellen Tynes, the court vision on this kid is on another level.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Back live, Michael Mattis inbounding to Denzel Cummins. LBA has not been able to get it to go offensively. Have not been able to get in the flow. They're giving up a good amount of size down low as well. CTA back the other way. Crisp ball movement. Get the entry pass, kick back out, Moonreath. No good. Wing three. Can't get any of these to go down, LBA. Good D. Aiden Jackson saves it. Stuck 10. Just over a minute into the second quarter. Cummins. Tip out, but no one's there to get it for LBA. Once again, CTA pushing back.
I've really liked what we've seen from Stajic so far. He's just able to really set up his guys and get them in high percentage shooting opportunities. Very unselfish player, high IQ PG. Got to know him a lot with his Waterloo team.
Cummins, kick out, corner three. LBA needs these shots to go down to be able to stay in this game. They have not had the range going in the early portion of this one, but CTA having no such problems. The lefty and Colombe from downtown. Angelo Provenzano wants to talk it over. 2:10 into the second quarter. We'll be back, game 2 of 5 in Ottawa.
Ladies and gentlemen, your national champion, Canada TopFlight Academy.
Canada TopFlight Academy have went back to back.
It's been such a phenomenal season. The fan base has been tremendous across Canada.
You know, we're telling our guys, listen, man, you got to be ready to play and compete because these guys want it.
I don't want to say bad blood, but competitive spirit is going to be front and center here today.
We work hard, we play for each other, and then when we come here for venues like this, we go to war.
Oh, Elijah Fisher!
Everyone's trying to prove themselves. Everyone's trying to show that they're better than other people.
Go forward. You're going to be a beast at the next level.
Oh, we're back. LBA stuck 13 against the defending champion CTA Academy. Nothing easy to get over midcourt for London Basketball Academy. Just can't get the rolls either.
Everything's been front rim for LBA. Not enough legs underneath them, not enough arc on the shot. They've been held to 12 points for quite some time.
Nice move to the baseline. Michael Mattis had it stripped on his way up. Kruger goes 1-on-4. That's a travel. Hitting the floor, getting after it. Looks like Kruger banged knees there. Ref blew the whistle. He saw player limping around. Aiden Jackson comes in just like that. LBA is forced to go small outside of Michael Mattis. Reese, no good.
And it's just good getting to see Reith shoot that three. Last year he was played more of as a forward. Now you see him stretching his game out to the perimeter. Ultimately, he's going to end up as a 3-3-2 at the next level. The screen from Reith trying to free up Ankit, who's more than likely their best shooter for CTA.
A couple of Canada Top Flight players have been showing a nice touch from three-point range. Chowdhury, you're right, nothing but net. He's pure from downtown.
And these guys are pressing on every make. Enoch Kalambe coming up with the steal.
Nice dump off. And nice finish from Moon Reith. Another timeout. Angelo Provenzano has seen this story before. He doesn't want it to get away from his squad, down 16. Stay with us. We'll be back. .30 into the second quarter.
CTA controlling the game.
Back live. CTA with another steal. Nice dump off from Chowdhury. Angelo Provenzano's burnt all the timeouts. He said, we got to talk about it now or it's not going to happen. Stay with us. We'll be back. Just 5 steps end to end. A.J. Lawson. That's a name you're going to hear a lot today. That's a name you're going to hear a lot all season long.
Bangs on him for a poster.
In the blink of an eye that we were down, Moon Reith dropped the layup. Ali White had a block and a deuce himself, and then Ankit Chowdhury extended that lead. It's now up to 28 for the defending champs. LBA just not even close to be on the same page. They're not in the same chapter.
And they just keep running into the same problems, forcing shots, forcing tight passes into tight areas.
Oh, drop off, no good. LBA gets a stop, trying to turn that into points. Jam Goose forces it, no good.
I understand snipers, everyone has their role, everyone has their strengths, but when you're not being effective at what you specialize in, you've got to find another way to be a part of the game. And right now, a lot of missed threes here from LBA. Good dump off pass that time into Mattis.
Mattis gets himself on the board. It's taken a while, though. Just 14 points in the game for LBA, and we got 3 minutes left in the second quarter. Stepped on the sidelines. Ooh, quick pull. On back. Stefan Okengi picking up the foul. Cummins has it sent back. LBA getting a little frustrated out there. Foul called. CTA with a chance to extend this lead. Luala caught at the line. Both to go. Putting that pressure on. Luala caught, steal, and soft finish.
And Isaiah Lee really good at turning that corner, getting to his spots, but lacks a little bit of verticality once he gets past the defender to find the finish.
Ooh, halfway down before it popped out. LBA saves it. Oh, not many positives from this first half. Let's see what LBA can get done with 1:20 left here. Had to will that one through, did Isaiah Lee. Nice little drop off, couldn't get it over the rim. Kruger, Mattis, back up top Lee. Aiden Jackson, 1 on the shot clock. Didn't hit any rim. Shot clock violation with 25 seconds left.
CTA's pressure defense, full court and in the half court set, only allowing 19 points for LBA in the first half. That could be the least they've ever scored in a half.
Offensive rebound, foul called. Kruger with a little shove there on Teslock Luke, and then the two dapped each other up right after it. I'd like to see that.
Stefano Kengi making his first of 2. One of the more vertically athletic players on this squad, really can finish above the rim.
Got it off in time. 45-19, halftime. After a short break, we'll be back.
Ovo's got the answer.
That boy's not messing around, Tarek.
Win for Notre Dame to move them to 2-0 here in Ontario, as Fofo says, Wilcox, Saskatchewan is in the house.
Adefalarin Adetagan is doing it from every part of the floor right now.
By any means, so whenever there's a drought, get your umbrellas out because that's when I brainstorm. I remember I was just like you. I remember I was just like you. It's what happened, you make shit timeless.
Fofo tries a triple, yes sir.
Abiola. With the chance. Shahito thrown down in Rosé. The Riverhawks are in flight. Shaheed Melton put the NBA on notice. TopFlight Academy have went back to back. There's one thing I've seen from Kellen Tynes. That guy is not afraid. Very calm under pressure. It's so good in traffic.
Coast to coast on that one.
Kellen Tynes, basket plus the foul.
Kellen Tynes again on the blow-by.
Ooh, tough take. You know what? I'm done calling them tough takes. I think for Kellen Tynes it's easy. He is making this a regular occurrence.
Pick in the pocket, Tynes.
Kellen Tynes picking pockets and finishing.
Tynes from deep. Tynes, triple.
He's on the left side, finishes with his right hand, able to just get enough on it.
Man, Kellen Tynes, the court vision on this kid is on another level.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
And there's Tynes again, Caleb Suey.
defenders. Finessed his way around another that was looking to draw a charge. Finished with a nice kiss off the window.
Great body control.
Let's keep it going. Keep the intensity high.
Get your feet square, get your feet square. Take it home, write it down, grab a homie, and work on it. Work on it, master it.
AJ Lawson, go! He gets it to go! Wow. Pick it up, Jalen.
Oh my God!
Top 10, top 10.
Two-way players are the best players. Understand that. Two-way players are the best players.
Here's Sabri Phillip, two-hand jam!
Third quarter just gets underway. Canada Top Flight Academy in control. Reese, no good, offensive rebound. And puts it right back up. CTA just all over the offensive glass. Making it look easy out there right now. A little bit of frustration boiling over for LBA right now. It's the second of 5 today at 3 o'clock. We have RNS taking on Beast. RNS started off this session with a convincing win against this LBA squad. And Kit Chowdhury, the leading scorer in that first half with 10 to his point guard. Stajic back to Chowdhury. I don't know if he's hit the rim yet today.
Cash money from 3. If you give him a little bit of space, he's going to knock it down. And the big statistic for LBA is 15 turnovers to start that first half. Credit part of that to CTA's defense, but also the other part, just selfish play overall. I said it at halftime. You know, I was talking to Nick Zeffie at halftime as well. He said the same thing. This is the most selfish team we've ever seen for LBA, and that comes from everybody just wanting to get buckets. They can't create it for themselves at all time. They got to play together. I'm confident that Angelo is going to help this chemistry come together. I'm confident that Tiki will help them, you know, add a little more versatility to the floor, but right now they are struggling.
Well, when you lose Josh Nkumsa, who is the definition of a selfless player,
and a Kurt Jokuch.
Absolutely. Those were character players. Kur especially, you know, somebody who appreciated everything he got considering his upbringing and picking up the game late. I'm seeing a banged up Okai Jamgoose. That back does not look good out there. He's laboring. Oh, just a perfect example of not being on the same page. Almost an ugly turnover there. LBA was lucky to get it back. Isaac Kruger off the pick and roll. Opportunity at the and one right here, going to the line. Just over 2 minutes into this second half. Foul. Moon Reese going to the line. CTA gets it right back. Tough pass. Sent back by Mattis. Lee drops it off. Cummins, great look. I don't think anybody saw where that ball was going.
Beauty pass by Denzel Cummins. Trying to put these guys in the best scoring situations, and they need buckets right now.
Well, Moon Reese is definitely having his way right now, getting to the rim at will. Cummins kicks back out. Pass to the feet of his teammate. Chowdhury. Reese from range. Cash money, Moon Reese. Pure from the downtown district. Jamgu's no good. Aiden Jackson skying in for the rebound. Turns it over though. LBA gets it back. Jamgu's pullback three. Wanted to try it again. He is just not himself out there.
Back is very tight. You could tell off the release. You could tell on defense as well. And if it is that tight, I don't think he should be playing at all. Don't want to risk further injury. It's just such a major part of the body.
Michael Mattis just threw it right into the CTA bench. RNS, you can see in the corner of your screen there, just rolled in. Ooh. Multiple bodies hitting the floor. This is going to be the first of two for LBA today. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Getting back out onto the floor to be able to try to rectify the wrongs of currently down 34 points. They will be back on the floor a little bit later against St. Laurent out of Quebec. Chowdhury adding to his game-high point total. Head coach Tony House trying to use this. Despite the score, don't play to the scoreboard. Jamgoose.
He has not made a shot today. Not that I can recall.
Oh, I think you would be correct. Look at that move to the baseline. Throw it down, Luella caught. Getting the CTA fans on their feet, little two-handed slam. Ten on the shot clock. Denzel Cummins, kick out. Okai saves it. Goes out of bounds anyways.
Here's a thought. haven't made a shot today. Stop shooting.
Drive the ball.
Closeout's coming. Give them a pump fake and attack. Pretty sure Angelo Provenzano is going to be talking about that.
This second half of basketball brought to you by Indochino. Made to measure hoops and suits coming together here in the NPA, the National Preparatory Association. Proud to have a partner in Indochino. You'll see all of our head coaches suited up for Nationals, which is at the end of March.
And maybe one of those two gentlemen in that last shot as well, if they can make their way onto a first team or second team All-Star.
Our first and second team All-Stars will be suited up, as will all of our award winners at the end of the season. LBA at the midway point of the third quarter. Pretty much a nightmare scenario coming off a drubbing last night at the hands of RNS. To follow that up with what they're staring down right now. Look at CTA just getting up the floor as soon as they can. Call for the travel on the shuffling the feet on the catch.
And this wasn't meant to be a cakewalk for CTA by any means. The only really should win that they had was against Beast, but the rest of these games are challenging games, or should be challenging games. Just London not bringing it today. They still have TBA to play. They have Crestwood.
A couple of tough games ahead for CTA, for CTA, over and back against LBA right there. Turnover. Denzel Cummins with the steal. Taking it hard. Can't get it to go. CTA back the other way. Cummins getting back to knock it away, but can't come up with it. Ooh. Cummins went for the steal, couldn't come up with it. CTA making him pay from downtown. Teslock Luke.
Luke is going to be kind of an X factor this year. As who would you say CTA's X factor was last year?
Well, I guess I'd say Javon Westgarth, because heading into that season, I didn't expect anything from him.
Yep.
Didn't know much about him.
So I would say this year, Teslock can be that guy. He could be the Westgarth of the 2018-2019 season for CTA. Westgarth really lit it up in that national championship game and the games leading up to.
Yeah, had an outstanding nationals tournament the entire 4 days.
Moonreath getting a breather. #1 in the class of 2021. And just to give you some context, all of the #1s in the last few years are NBA prospects.
Caught. Throwing it down. Spiking on the baseline. CTA in flight. Back home in Ottawa. Oh, Cummins just lost it.
So Bear Moose with the contact and the finish.
And one. CTA, as mentioned, had not played a game in the NPA this season, and what a dream scenario for them for the first 2 games of this session. The defending champs showing that pedigree. Up big on LBA.
We've traveled across the country and back. 7 years running. Canada's basketball talent blossoms right before our eyes. From coast to coast. It's our job to bring it to the light. No gimmicks, just hard work on the hardwood. Who will step up to the plate this summer? Who will make their game undeniable and challenge every man in front of him? Game will speak.
Let's go, boy!
It doesn't matter from what city you're from, how tall you are, what school, what club you represent. Game speaks. There's no politics here.
Okay, let's keep it going. Keep the intensity high.
The showcase circuit coming to a city near you across Canada.
We'll be traveling all summer long and continuing to discover and platform Canada's top talent. That's what the NPA Showcase is about, identifying, evaluating, and tracking the development of the top prospects in the country.
Hidden gems.
Once you are in that system, you are NPH family. We will look to take care of you from a scouting angle, reviewing your game film, helping you with your recruitment, alongside your club coaches and school coaches.
Denzel Cummins has not looked to score in this one. And I think a lot of that could have to do with the size that CTA can throw at you. I mean, initially looking at their roster, of course, they added a 7-footer. But initially, looking at their roster, I was wondering how they were going to be able to kind of reload with some height. But they're looking pretty big out there right now, I'll tell you that much. Three minutes to go. Three is good. Lualacott looking like the Lualacott that we saw in stretches last season.
He can work himself into a solid mid-major fit. Consistency is the key. Last year at this event, Coach Doug Stewart from Tulane, associate head of Coach Dunleavy at Tulane, really liked what he saw from McCott and offered him a scholarship on the spot. In my opinion, realistically, Lual should have been there this season, getting himself ready physically. If a coach like Dunleavy's asking me to be a part of his roster?
Yeah, I think we've talked about it a couple of times, and, you know, I guess it all depends on the player, and you know, I'm not going to rush to any judgment, but if I see a former NBA head coach, father of a former NBA player,
general manager as well,
yeah, at a college that is recruiting me and they offer, I'm all over that, because you're going to be able to tell me where I can make it and how I'm going to make it there. McCott, transition 2. Cummins pushing back the other way now. I guess Tulane isn't a sexy name?
I love the campus, man. I was there over a couple months ago, probably like 5 months ago. The campus is beautiful, hot weather. Shoot, it beats being here during the cold.
Beautiful drive up the 416 today.
Yeah, right.
Off the 401. Just a light dusting of snow.
Wind and slush.
You know, just a touch of gray throughout the skies. We had the soft top down on the rented convertible.
Is that right?
Courtesy NPH. was like Ferris Bueller's day off. It looks like LBA's offense is taking the day off because they only have 29 points right now.
My goodness, I've never seen them be this brutal on offense. Look at everybody on Denzel's attack. Look at where they're stationed. Everyone's on the perimeter. No one's crashing boards. No one's giving him an angle to pass to. No backdoor cuts.
.135 to go here in the third quarter. LBA finally getting to work on the glass. Michael Mattis finds himself at the line. CTA getting some burn for as many players as possible out there. But you know, head coach Tony House is using every opportunity to better his team as they are in the defense of their national championship. Nice drop off from Cummins. Mattis can't finish. Sent back by the 7-footer. Emmanuel Detouge.
Stefan Okengi was looking for the alley-oop on that, or the pass a lot earlier. He could have finished that above the rim. Denzel coming here, trying to make something happen. Really the only one creating some offense for LBA.
Jam Goose, push it back the other way. Pull up. Got to feel good for Okai just to see the ball go through the rim again. Holding for the last shot is CTA. Ooh, the big man. We're through 3. For LBA, this game probably can't end soon enough. CTA, the defending champs, showing why they are just that.
Canada Top Flight Academy have went back to back.
We're back. LBA still has another game on this afternoon as they'll be taking on St. Laurent. At 5 p.m. today. Cummins, little step back jumper. No good, no roll. Jamgu's no good.
Kruger trying to attack with some authority there. Just so many bodies around, threw him off a little bit. CTA on the attack here. Welcome Mark Bain from Nike into the NPA's central session. CTA, a Nike-sponsored team, a two-time champ. Nike rolls with the winners.
That is CTA. As we had mentioned, graduated so many key players. They're so interested to see how they were going to come out of the gates this year. And, I mean, plug and play, it seems like, for Tony House's squad.
I never thought I'd see LBA down to CTA by this much. They just have so many pieces that they can throw in the mix, and there's a lot of guys coming off the bench for CTA that can really start for other teams. I was talking to Coach Tony House from CTA yesterday. Sweet time.
Take my hat off to Stefano Kengi. Wheeling and dealing and dropping dimes. That was impressive.
Bovo's got the answer.
That boy's not messing around, Tarek.
Quality win for Notre Dame to move them to 2-0 here in Ontario, as Bovo says.
Solid crowd out here on a Thursday afternoon in the nation's capital.
CTA continuing to dominate on home floor.
With two banners up in the top corner, you can see up there, back-to-back NPA national champions.
Another tough contested shot for Jamgoos. Shooting a very weak percentage tonight.
Michael Mattis sends it back. The shuffling the feet seems to be a point of emphasis for the officials here.
Sweet play that time by Isaiah Lee and Michael Mattis on the finish. A sweet pick and roll offense. Works every time.
Where's that been for the last hour and 25 minutes?
You tell me, Jason. They could really use it.
I'm just the play-by-play guy. Whoa, heads up. I'm just laughing at Tony. That was just has a miserable look on his face. He's like, tough to watch this is what he said. And he's not talking about LBA. He's talking about
his own team.
His own team, absolutely.
One thing I really love about what CTA does is when they get a defensive board, the ball's on the other side of the floor in less than 3 seconds. 3-point line to 3-point line. There's Jamgoose getting it to go. Seems like he's loosening up and finding his groove. Hockey change coming up here. 5 on, 5 off for CTA at the next whistle.
Cummins has it poked away. Tusslock loop. Asking for the screen. Goes back the other way. Tried to lead Mattis. Yeah, that didn't have a hope. Ooh. Almost got hung on the rim there. Snuck it through. Oh, Jamgoose off balance.
Why? Why?
We got a rolled ankle underneath Wilson Dubinsky. We're going to take a timeout here while he collects himself. Stay with us. We'll be back to Ottawa.
I'm Michaela Roche. I played for 4 years at the University of Minnesota for the Golden Gophers in the Big Ten Conference. I coached for 3 years at Kansas State University with the Wildcats. I just completed playing professionally in Greece, and I am the National Women's Basketball Scout for North Pole Hoops.
Low post right. This is Roche. Quick square around move.
Every day, waking up, I need to find a way to make girls basketball better. And so that's my job, to be able to help you as a player, as a student athlete, as a young woman, and just to be able to really understand the ins and outs of what it takes to be successful both in basketball, but also in life.
Third angle left, underneath Roche. Quick move to the left. Left hand makes it in for 2.
I've lived and I've done a lot of what some of these young girls seek to do. You know, being a coach, being a team captain when I played, I want to guide them. I want to give them advice and help provide opportunity through the scouting report and the showcases and the exposures. Just be able to build a relationship and get to know them and help them just really be the best young women and basketball players that they can be. I will be...
Shout out our own Michaela Richer. We were just coming off the introduction to Michaela Richer commercial, Elias. I know you can't see the monitor over here.
She's one of the best pieces we've added to this team.
Holding it down on the women's side of things and making an impact already in her short time in her role as women's national scout for North Pole Hoops. And for her outstanding broccoli cauliflower chickpea recipe.
I've never seen her come to work with an unhealthy meal. Can you believe that?
Nope.
In 8 months, I have not seen her walk in with anything that has more than 350 calories in that bowl.
Oh! We almost saw 350 calories smash through the rim right there.
That could have been nasty, saucy.
Well, Okai Jamguz's back is warmed up a little bit, I think. 0 points in that first half. I think he's got 13 here now in the second. Ooh, nice look, but nowhere to go. Pulls up anyways. Nice little touch on the turnaround jumper. Enoch Colombe was with this squad last year, stepping into a bit of a larger role, I would guess, as this season progresses. Denzel Cummins, great court vision. I mean, has obviously, I think he would admit this has not been a great game for himself, but still showing flashes of what he can do. Head coach Tony House getting on his team like they're down 36.
And LBA doing whatever they can to stop the bleeding and make this a respectable ending.
I've been looking down at head coach Angelo Provenzano and has not been getting down on his guys.
And if you're if you're wondering what we're laughing about, we got Jason Ramroop, our videographer, on the baseline
Jason
right
just
now.
got it in the Ramroops. We're all a team here. We got 8 up here as of right now. After tomorrow, it'll be 12 of us.
You know what I don't understand about us men? We know how much it hurts.
And we still find it.
Yeah, we still find it funny.
Okai Jamguz. He's wishing that there was another half to play after this one.
And Wildcat put Moose in a very difficult situation there to score.
You can tell that the back is stiff because Jamguz, when he went for that layup, had absolutely no movement on his upper body.
Yeah, it's like a board. There's no flexibility there. And you can hear Tony House from the sideline saying, there's 3 minutes left in the game. Get your heads in the game. He's never satisfied. And he goes at every opponent at every minute of the game as if they're down 20. That's what makes a championship team, a 2-time championship team. I don't know about you, Jason, but with what we've seen so far from CTA, it's not far-fetched to consider them a contender again for a third year straight.
Well, I think they were going to be a contender no matter what until they lost at NPA Nationals, no matter what their regular season looked like. But after 2 games here, and obviously, again, I mean, the competition has obviously not played up to the level that we expected. So it will be very interesting to see him play 2 tough teams in this session.
Some over dribbling here from Denzel. He better find himself a good shot.
Step back jumper. Denzel Cummins has not looked for his own in this game.
Did that time, and it paid off with 1 second to go on the shot clock.
Again, CTA will take on Crestwood and Toronto Basketball Academy, 2 very tough squads in this session. For a lot of teams here, it's the first look that we have gotten of them in this season. It's travel, Mattis.
Well contested by CTA in the low post.
Ooh. got to the rim, couldn't finish. Cummins. Well, it just took LBA 3.5 quarters to get it going. .130 to go here in the fourth. Well, I'm sure Tony House isn't going to be happy with this fourth quarter. But overall, CTA has been solid.
Strong move that time by Jackson. Got the defenders up in the air. Too little, too late for LBA. Under a minute to go in this one.
Mattis called for the foul. A 7-footer, Emmanuel Detouge to the line. Nice looking stroke from the big man from the charity stripe. CTA listening to their coach and still getting after it on the defensive end. Refs having a little chat, making sure things don't boil over with only 31 seconds to go. A little inbounds alley-oop attempt. Tell you this, Denzel Cummins ain't giving up. He doesn't care what the score time is. Hustles back on D.
Definitely a warrior. It's one thing I love about his game. And another forced shot from the corner. Heat check for Jam Goose.
Oh, that's from... That's old school. There isn't like a new one of those yet. There's no new hip "We beat you" chant.
Some things just never get old, man. This is a classic.
Oh yeah, this is definitely not old. Like this, every time I hear this, I get super pumped. It's not annoying at all. Like seriously, someone should come up with a new chant.
Well, you're hip.
Trademark it.
You're in.
Yeah, I could come up with one.
Come up with one.
Yeah. Ooh, jeez. Denzel Cummins taking it hard all the way to the end. Well, Angelo Provenzano does not call off his boys. He's wanting them to learn a bit of a lesson. The officials come together wondering if this is flagrant, possibly. Fans here have been a great crowd throughout this game. The Notre Dame school body has come out to support Canada Top Flight Academy on this Thursday afternoon in the nation's capital. Game 2 of 5 is checked off the schedule. RNS and Beast up next at 3 p.m. Stay with us. We'll be back in just over 20 minutes for game number 3 of 5.